There can be no courage without fear. No good without evil. No heroes without sidekicks. When evil threatens the universe, enemies must become allies. Because the only path to defeating the undefeatable is to assemble the ultimate team.
Batman, it's that same thing that happened to you.
Howdy folks, it's Craig and Nathan here for another C&NOnline review. Today we're taking a look at the latest LEGO game to grace the consoles, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, published by Warner Bros. We managed to get our hands on a PC version of the game, so our review will be based upon that version. So a great place to start would be the campaign mode. Being the third LEGO Batman game, as expected, the game does not follow a film but takes its own story route. So what's going on this time? Batman joins up again with the superheroes from the DC universe, though this time more than the second game, and takes to space to stop the evil Brainiac. Brainiac has been using the Lantern Rings to miniaturize the LEGO worlds from around the DC Universe's galaxy, and now in this dark time, the heroes must team up with their arch-enemies to collect the Lantern Rings. Though, will they be able to stop them in time?
The gameplay is pretty much similar to that of every other LEGO game, so if you've played one of them, you know what you're expecting. Though LEGO Batman 3 does have several improvements and new features which makes it stand out from the other games in the series and also the LEGO game franchises as a whole. So starting from the beginning, each level consists of you going from point A to point B, using each character's special ability to aid you through the various puzzles that are littered around each level.
Most of your favourite DC characters can be found in the game, with some of the lesser known ones being thrown into the mix. As with more recent games in the LEGO series, the characters all have voice acted roles this time. Each character also has their own unique abilities, some with flight, such as Superman, some with acrobatic abilities, such as Robin, and some with the ability to fire lasers from their eyes, such as Cyborg. Every character utilises a skill which is their unique power, and it is brilliant to see it be used in the LEGO form in this game.
On story mode, you'll have to use several selected characters and their abilities which you are given to solve puzzles on that particular level. Brilliantly, the game has great replayability, which makes you basically go back to the levels because you can't do the puzzles first time round because you might not have unlocked that character yet. So it enhances you to go back and play through the levels again if you want to get all the collectibles. You're encouraged to come back and explore the other areas to collect unlockables, such as bricks and saving Adam West. A great touch, we should add, which can only be done with select abilities. The game can be played single player or multiplayer, local with 2 players. Multiplayer is drop in, drop out, meaning that your mate can simply drop in midway through a level and really not interrupt your gameplay whatsoever.
During the story mode, you are given a specific number of characters, with the minimum always being 2 up to 9. To change characters, you can hit the triangle button when you're on a PlayStation controller, or hold triangle to bring up the character selection dial. We mentioned that there was new features within the game earlier, and the big one this time is space. Yep, that's right, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham's Beyond Gotham means way out of Gotham, like in space kind of out of Gotham.
This leads to a ton of excellent additions. Without spoiling too much, one of these big really cool things that they've added is a 2D shooter basically in space, similar to Res Gun on the PS4. Another big thing that came along with space was its free roam, though it's very limited, but we'll touch up on that in a bit. And the last big new addition to the game, we'll basically tell you, is the new suits that are in there. So let's talk about some of them. Suits were introduced in the LEGO Batman series previously, though this time round there are a lot more and they're a lot smoother to switch through. And of course there are some new ones, obviously with you being in space. The big new one, you can guess it, obviously the spacesuit.
You'll unlock this for Batman within the first few missions, giving you the ability to fly just like Superman can and shoot lasers. And while it seems like a simple gimmick, it looks badass and is a ton of fun to play with. I mean, real Batwings are so in this year. Switching between suits can be done by holding triangle for characters which can do so, with the selection wheel appearing on screen. Suits are varied for different characters, though taking Batman for example, he has a sonic suit, space suit, detective suit and so on, whereas Robin has, let's say, his magnetic suit.
Switching to a suit when it is needed for certain activities is such easier nowadays. The bat suit, for example, when Batman needs to investigate areas for hidden items, a prompt appears which allows you to just hit triangle and instantly switch to that suit without having to go through the selection wheel, which is pretty damn easy and a lot more fluent. Whilst we talk of new experiences, these don't really kick in until the cool space shooter level that we mentioned earlier. The first few missions of the game feel like a more polished LEGO Batman 2 DC Universe, then move on to the new additions and less repetitive experiences from which we've already seen.
Free roam's been mentioned previously, though we haven't actually delved too deeply into it yet. Since LEGO Batman 2 DC Universe, the LEGO games have incorporated free roam, a massive open world where you have to go to mission start points and you can explore or muck around in. With LEGO Marvel Superheroes having an amazing New York City to explore, dropping from the shield carrier straight to the city and roaming around, you'd think something similar may have been available of the sorts in Beyond Gotham.
Sadly, this wasn't the case. You can free roam around the Batcave, the Watchtower, and the Halls of Justice, which are pretty big areas to explore and a lot of fun. On top of this, you are able to roam through space with representations of the 7 Lantern planets and the moon, which are really fun on top of everything to explore as well. It's nice and different, don't get us wrong, it's cool to explore these planets and the Batcave and stuff, though compared to the other games in the series, the free roam feels a tad more confined and less free.
As of late, the LEGO games have been highly cinematic, and once again, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham keeps up to this. Cutscenes within the game are stunning, with the LEGO pieces looking highly detailed and realistic. The inclusion of voice actors helps to solve the issues of guessing the story that the first LEGO Batman game had, and still keeps the humour-filled nature of the series. Beyond Gotham's soundtrack is also excellent, though the best bit of the soundtrack is the little touches that take place when you play as certain characters. For example, Wonder Woman's theme plays when you start flying, similar to Superman's when he starts Flight 2. We'll leave it there though, as this is one beauty of the game you'll want to enjoy finding out for yourself.
So let's take a look at the positives and negatives then. Positives: polished and smoothed LEGO experience. Excellent small touches such as the themes playing for certain characters. It's fun for all age groups. Humour filled from start to finish, and doesn't stray from what we love about the LEGO series. Negatives: free roam feels a tad closed off this time around compared to the other entries.
In short, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is a brilliant game, which you'll find a lot of comedic value in, along with an excellent story, wide array of characters, and great final touches to make a pleasant and refined experience. LEGO games have improved drastically over the last few years, and LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, while being a tad similar to past games, is nicely polished and is the best we've seen with LEGO to date. If you're a fan of the LEGO games, you'll enjoy this game to pieces, and if you're a fan of Batman and the DC Universe, you'll find a lot of comedic value to this game. If you've never picked up a LEGO game before, definitely give LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham a try. It's fun for the whole family and really shows how games can be accessible for all ages. In short, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham gets a CNN score of 4 out of 5. This is the best LEGO has been, and as a LEGO Batman and a LEGO fan in general, this is one of the best experiences you can get out there.
Thanks for watching guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. This is C&NOnline signing off.
Space. The last remnants of the unexplored. A never-ending expanse of darkness. Here, at the edge of the universe, I look into the abyss and...
Batman!
I look into the abyss.
Bruce!
Seriously?
Is that a new spacesuit? Your suit looks really good is all I'm saying. One hero to another, it's really working for you. Sorry, right, brooding. Carry on.
I look into the abyss.
No, he's right. It really complements your figure.
Meh, should've stuck with black. Or maybe a really dark gray.